welcome back to the channel. This is Dwayne with Kingdom Building NC. Just checking in with y'all with the quick video. I am at the track at a local middle school here where I live, and I'm about to go out and run. We'll see how far I go. Usually I do 3 miles, but we'll see if I go further. That's the aim, but it's super hot out here. I know that's not accurate. It says 78 degrees. I know it's hotter than 78 degrees, but I'll check in with you guys after for the video for today. I want to talk about why I decided to lose weight and kind of what makes me sustain it, what helps me sustain it. All right, so I'll check in with you guys in a minute. Peace. What's happening? Workout is complete. Back in the car, about to head out. Wanted to, as I said, make a video to talk about specifically what caused me to begin to lose weight and what makes it stick now. So this dates back to late 2015, October of 2015, when my son was born. And anyone who has kids know, like, that first time that you're holding your child is like surreal, right? So I'm holding him and I'm thinking to myself, the path that I'm on now, I may not be around 10, 15, 20 years from now to be able to do the things that I need to do with him, to be able to run around and play outside and, play catch and shoot ball with him. And, I'm the type of person that I realize that, we can't ultimately control how long we're going to be here on this earth, right? But at the same time, in my mind, I had to make sure that my lifestyle wasn't one that was going to contribute to me leaving this world early. So, like I said, he was born in October of 2015, and I realized at that point that I need to start making some changes, right? And it wasn't until February of 2016 that it really stuck, really kicked in, where I decided that I was going to focus in on eating properly, getting rid of a lot of the sugars and from things like cookies, cakes, juices, things like that. I threw those things out, right? And began eating properly and began working out. I bought a weight set for the garage. I began doing walk, run intervals, and eventually built up to being able to run continuously. And so I started there. I started out at around 410 pounds, sitting at around 265 now. And again, this has been over a course of 4 years, a little over 4 years. And I must say that the journey has been a lot of trial and error, maybe starting off in the beginning doing too much cardio, and that's good, because you have to be at a point where, you're learning, you're growing, and you're learning stuff for yourself. I mean, it's good to have professionals out there to tell you what to do, but it's also good to learn from trial and error as well, because you could take some of those mistakes you made, pass it on to other people so that they don't make the same mistakes as well. And that's what it's all about, being able to take information and pass it on so that, the next generation, my son, doesn't have to go through some of the things I went through, won't make some of the mistakes I made, and then he can pay it forward as well, and it can continue down that path. But to where we stand now, like, what makes me sustain my weight loss and continue to work out, continue to try to get better in all areas? And there's multiple layers to that answer. One, it goes back to my son and my family, wanting to make sure that I'm here and that I'm able to be active with him. I don't want to, go to an amusement park or go to the zoo and, I can't walk the whole trip, and, and I'm holding up everyone else and not making it fun for everyone else because I'm out of shape. So didn't want that to happen, don't want that to happen. I can think of a number of different things, even clothes. It's so much easier to find clothes now. I think at my heaviest, my pant size in the waist was maybe 50, at least 50. I know I had some 50s. to even a week or so ago, I bought my first pair of pants / shorts in a long time, and it was a 38, and they're too big, and they fall off of me. So, I'm just excited to be able to buy clothes, and that may seem silly to some people who, never, been big, but for me, I'm 6'4", between 6'4", 6'5", and again, I was 410 pounds, so you can only imagine how difficult it was to find clothes. And even going to the big and tall store, it's not a huge selection of clothes in there, so that wasn't enjoyable to buy clothes. But now, I have options, even though I haven't honestly bought any clothes in a long time. When I do go, I have options. I'm not limited to a certain section, so to speak. I can kind of pick out what I want, and so that's cool. And I think you come to enjoy the little things, right? The little things that you maybe took for granted before, the little things that you never really thought about, are the things that you appreciate along the journey when it comes to fat loss. And another thing as well is I just feel better, right? I feel like I'm in a better mood. I feel like physically my body feels better. A lot of the aches and pains that I had, I don't have anymore. And I say this too, that at my heaviest, I used to lay in bed at night and used to have slight chest pains. And I can only imagine what those chest pains were and what they were going to lead to. Obviously you don't have those anymore, but it's just the little things, like you think about the path that you were on. And, for me, I just thank God that, I'm where I'm at right now. One of the things that used to really make me scared was the thought of going back to where I was before. And I know a lot of people who've been on a journey to lose fat, lose weight, burn fat, etc. I'm using those interchangeably. They're different, but you know what I mean. Who knows that time where you've lost 20, 30 pounds and then you fell off, something happened, and you put it back on. I was so afraid of that happening. When I lost like the first 70 pounds, I was so afraid that there was going to be some setback that was going to throw me off track and allow me and cause me to gain all of that weight back. Now, I was really, really fearful of that. And that's where the mental side comes in. I feel like that I've really conquered the mental side, or I'm in a better place than I was before on the mental side. I won't say I conquered it, because I believe that there's always room for growth. There's always room for growth. So I feel like I'm in an excellent place when it comes to the mental side. I feel like I'm in a great place when it comes to food. I feel like my relationship with food has grown tremendously, where I can have, let's say if I want to go out and I want to get, let's say I want to go get a burger or whatever, it doesn't control me to the point where I'm craving those things. If it comes to a point where there's a part in my diet or a day in my diet where I have the ability to go out and have one of those to make sure I'm staying on track, and I have it, I can have it, and I don't crave it and have to have it again the next day. I think with me, before, when I used to have a cheat day back in previous weight loss journeys, I would cheat, and then that next day would turn into a cheat, and then the next day would turn into a cheat, and before you know it, I'm eating like I was before, having bad stuff every day. But I'm thankful again that I'm not in that place. So yeah, I think that sums it up. I could go into more in depth with that, but I don't want to make this video too long. Just wanted to give a brief summary, because like I said, I've been gone for a while, but I just want to give a brief summary on what caused me to start, what triggered my weight loss journey, and then what sustains me now, like what keeps me on track now. And I would have to say that those are the main things, like my son, and wanting to be here for him and my family was one of the main motivators. It comes a point in life where you just have to put on your big boy pants, right, and say that I'm going to do what I need to do. No more excuses. And that's the place mentally that we have to get to. And I think that this battle with losing weight is mental first, because obviously the working out and nutrition is important, but if you don't have the mental aspect in check, it's not going to work. It's not going to stick. And my main objective now when it comes to anyone I'm talking to is like, how can when you start, how can you make it stick? How can you make it sustain as a lifestyle instead of just a diet or a fad? But that's it, guys, man. Look, I appreciate you guys checking me out. Be on the lookout for more content coming soon. Again, I just wanted to give a kind of like a reintroduction. I've been gone for so long. Just wanted to give a recap on what caused me to get on this journey and what sustains me. So again, thank you for checking it out. Y'all, I appreciate you if you guys hit me with a like, drop a comment below. Love to hear from you, and subscribe to the channel. All right, check you guys later.